the idea that we have all been created equal is an idea that is extremely relevant to us having equality here today. We have been endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are important things. That the impact of the slave states was lessened because of the 3/5 attribution to representation is an important concept to understand. Slavery was destined to die, and it's important that we recognize that, and I'm so glad it did. That's why we have the ability to be equal men and women in the United States today. Democracies have been known to, as John Adams said, to never last and waste and exhaust and murder themselves because of the fervent management of the flames of what we hear as combat crazes, where one segment of the population is focused on attacking the other segment of the population. And this, in fact, is why George Washington was hoping we would never devolve into a two-party system. Parties are an anathema to what we want as a free people, being able to express our thoughts, our minds, and speak clearly to these issues. These things are so very important to how we run our nation. And I don't think anybody here can give any countenance to some of those mistakes that have been made in the past. They've been made in the past, and they were wrong in the past, and we view them as wrong today. And our duty today is to stick to the original strain, the original understanding, the original goals of having a free people who are able to achieve their own desires, their own happiness, their own just pursuits in their own way without a nanny state coming over the top of them. I think it's relatively also important to realize that the House was directly related to the democracy that we all talk about. House, because they were closest to the people and they controlled the revenue, same as in the state of Oregon, they were elected. In the origins of our Constitution, those people were elected via, quote, what we call democracy. But the United States of America, the Constitution does not have the phrase democracy in it. We are a constitutionally federated republic. Constitutionally, because it was all written down first, federated because it's a joining of independent states, and a republic because it's a representative form of government. And then the state Senate was also not a popular vote until the 17th Amendment. State senators at the federal level used to be beholden to state legislators, and state legislators could actually control how they wanted their senators to perform. If they could control how they wanted their senators to form, those men and women who were serving in the federal Senate would be beholden to the various states, whether there were 13 original or 25 or 50 as they are today. And then the important part that the senator mentioned with regard to the constitutionally constructed arena for the states picking how their electoral votes would get counted.
All right, you may now proceed. Senator Thatcher has just yielded her time. Proceed, please.
Thank you. With regard to how the electors and their votes count, it is perfectly appropriate for the state to be involved in that arena. As per was stated, it is buried in the Constitution. It's not even buried, it's right there on top. This is an important feature to recognize. The feature to recognize is the people elect the House members. The Senate in the original Constitution was beholden to the state legislatures. That's our responsibility. And then today what the Electoral College is it's a use of our House members from our state, our 5 districts here in Oregon, and our 2 senators. That's the 7 electoral votes that we now have in the Electoral College. But those are, quote, different electors. They're different electors because, as you are all aware, concentrated power is dangerous. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's why there are these different areas of electoral might, one from the states, one from the citizens, and one from this, quote, Electoral College. And these are features to help dispense and avoid the concentration of power that is so disruptive to our world as we see it today. And this power becomes more and more centralized, becomes more and more cutthroat, if you will, in the political arena. And the practical aim of this is to keep everybody alarmed. As we keep everybody alarmed, we all look for a savior and a hero and somebody who can provide us with an appropriate scapegoat. We've seen it all throughout history, and I think it's a tragedy that we are falling into the same place. I think the good senator from Scappoose laid it out very nicely. It is appropriate to allow the people of the state of Oregon a chance to offer their thoughts on this without us cutting the cord and pulling it right out from under them. Thank you for your attention.
Senator Gerard.